Hey guys, hope you're enjoying your, how many hours out for exercise do we get? Dan Andrews says boating is exercise, so even in lockdown I'm allowed out because I've always lived close enough to the water. Anyway, this is my office for today, so I wanted to talk to you guys about something I've been working on, and that's getting paid by builders. Making sure that you get paid when you're due, or that you're one of the ones who gets paid. And I want to go through some processes I want you to think about. And I want you to start to think about how it actually works from the builder side. And I know a lot of us tend to go, I don't care. It's my money, pay me. I don't care what's going on in his business. Yeah, that's fine. At the end of the day, the goal is to get paid, right? So by understanding what's going on in his business or her business, you can then tailor your approach to make sure you get paid. Does that make sense? So, the thing to remember is it's very rare that no one's getting paid. The most common thing in construction is tight cash flow, and they don't have enough money to go around today, this week, this month. If you're in resi, particularly relevant because they have staged payments. They are only allowed to take payments at deposit, then at base stage, which is either slab or stumps, completion of frame, completion of lockup, etc. Lockup's a particularly nasty one. Frame's done, they get the money for frame. Then they've got fascia and gutter, roofing, brickies, garage door, window payments, cladders, eave people, doors. The works has got to go on before their next payment is released. And that can take months for them to get to there, and everyone wants to do their work and get paid on 14-day terms, and the builder's out of cash. Or they're dealing with the profit that they've got from frame and base stage and their deposit, and that's all they've got to play with. So they don't have enough money to pay everyone yet. Now, unless they've absolutely munted their sums, they will have enough money to pay everyone and make some money eventually. But that doesn't help you now. And from their point of view, a lot of resi builders themselves, they probably have enough to keep the roof over their heads. They don't have any employees. You do. Your guys need to be paid on a pay cycle. So it sucks at the subby level. If you're doing commercial, same thing. They will do pay when paid. They will invoice their developer. That's why most is 30 days end of month. The developer will get an invoice, or the bank will get an invoice from a commercial building project at the end of the month. They will come and assess it. They will release the money sometime between the 15th and the 25th of the month. And that's why the builder says we'll pay you on the 30th of the following month. So they've got a few days to have the money clear and sort it out and pay you, right? There's always slow payments in there because often they will get downgraded and they won't have accounted for everyone who needs to get paid, and so they're out of money. So it's not that it's not that they're out of money. It's that they don't have enough money to pay everybody. So a builder might have had 300 grand come in subby bills this month, and they expected to get 500 grand in. They've only got 200 grand in for whatever reason. Eventually they'll get the other money, but right now they've only got 200 grand to spread around between $300,000 worth of invoices. Yours might only be 10 grand, it might be 2 grand, it might be 100 grand, you don't know. But whatever your percentage is in there, they're trying to make it work. So how do you make sure your invoice is one of those getting paid? Because I guarantee you someone's getting paid. You've got to think about how you approach that. If you piss them off, they'll generally just, or yell and scream at them, or carry on like a pork chop. They will often just push your payment to spite you because they're annoyed. Being nice to them doesn't necessarily work because they'll think you're a pushover as well, and then they can just delay you. So, the squeaky wheel method can work, where you follow up and make it clear that you need the money, and then they're like, oh, well, I've committed to it. We have a method that we use and we teach in our trainings, which is around getting them to commit. So working with them beforehand to commit to a date, so that then they've trapped themselves into that commitment. People don't like to break a commitment. So you can go, okay, one of the things to do is to keep your invoices smaller. If you have sent through an invoice for 100 grand and they're 100 grand short this month, rather than having to have 10 people calling them annoyed, it's a lot easier to not pay you and they've got one person calling them, right? If you're sending them 10 grand invoice and they're trying to make 100 grand, they're like, is it worth it? I'll just pay them because it's not, it's not much. all those little amounts add up, but they've got to go, oh, it's not worth mucking it with so many people who are annoyed. So keeping your invoices more regular and smaller rather than waiting can also help. But however you approach it, just understand some people are getting paid this week. Your challenge isn't to just get paid, it's to be one of the ones who do get paid when others are not. Right? We have really detailed training around this, but I just want you to start thinking around your mindset as how you can, with this particular builder, be in that percentage, that top margin, whether it's 10% or 80% of the subbies they're getting paid on time, or this month or this week, how you can be one of them. Right, think about that and approach it that way, because someone's getting paid. Make it you. Chat to you soon.